Time is one of the central topics throughout the history of philosophy. And it is also going to be the topic of this very course, in which we will approach it from two perspectives, so to speak, from the perspective of a priori metaphysics and from the perspective of philosophy of physics and relativity in particular. The first lecture is going to be devoted to the topic of space-time. I think that we have all heard about this concept, maybe used it as well, but what does it take exactly to believe in space-time? What is space-time exactly? What does it mean that space and time in themselves do not exist, but just are shadows that are mixed into this four-dimensional manifold that space-time is supposed to be? The second lecture is going to be devoted to the topic of the present. We remember and regret the past, we fear and hope for the future, yet we seem to live only in the present. Or do we? What is the present? And is it truly a rather thin boundary of being between two vast abysses of nothingness, which are the past and the future? The third lecture is going to tackle another perennial question of philosophy, namely, who are we? On the basis of these considerations concerning space-time and the existence of the past, the present, and the future, some philosophers have suggested an answer to this perennial question, namely that we are four-dimensional beings. But what is precisely this four-dimensional theory? In what are its motivations, its contents, and its consequences? While prior familiarity with metaphysics, and especially contemporary metaphysics, will be useful in the context of this course, no background in physics proper is necessary because the idea is that the elements of relativity that will be needed for the course will be introduced in the course itself. And no pre-reading is required, but it might be helpful to have a look, especially at one article, the details you can find in the written syllabus for this course. So I'm looking forward to meet with you all and discuss about time in Mexico City.